Bern Mziki.
Yes.
Such a pleasure to have you on Art Club today.
I'm speechless. I'm happy.
It's such a pleasure to have you. I'm like so glad to meet you finally,
Pleasure to meet you too.
I've heard so much about you, even just backstage right now. Like I've heard so many good things about you, and I'm just glad to have you here today. As we start, I'd want people to just be aware of who you are and the things that you do and all of that. He's a producer. He's a really, really talented producer and music writer, songwriter. And we are so glad to have him on our show today. Bern Mziki.
Thank you. My name is Bern Mziki. Originally Bern Mwangi. Yeah. Bern Mziki is because I believe that who you are is who you do. So one day I was listening to Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
And Lil Wayne said, I don't do music, I am music. Yeah? So when I call myself Mziki, from the word Mwangi, Bern is my name, Bern, that's my first name. But Mziki is the depth of my purpose. I want to call myself that, so that when they say Bern Mziki, I remember I am Mziki.
Yeah, it's inside you.
It is me. It is who I am.
You've worked with a lot, and I mean a lot of talented people, and people who, I mean, like all of Kenya recognizes and looks up to. How is it working with so many talented people? Do you feel like you get elevated more just by having these people around you?
I feel like sometimes we look more at me being elevated than who I'm elevating.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I feel like the people I've chosen to work with in my life are elevated themselves.
Yeah.
So I'm also being elevated in very many ways, because some people, like someone like some of my best friends, like Femi One, like King Kaka, like Nameless, my sisters like Zaid, Wahoo, people who I've worked with, who know what they want to do with their own skill, with their own talent. They just need a little adjustment. Yeah. So in their lives, how I normally come in is as a producer and as the content creator. So I'll find myself sometimes giving them songwriting. Yeah. And I'll write songs for them. Sometimes I'll direct their vocals, because I've understood that once you have a partner, it's best that you, like right now, if you know what you're doing and you know who you are, then there's so many things that we can do together, because there's who you are and there's who I am, and then because of who you are and who I am, then we can be us.
Yeah.
So that's chemistry. So in music, that's my experience with working with different people, because I enjoy working with people who know what they're doing. Yeah.
What does it take to work with Bern?
That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Whether you're a big name,
Yeah.
or an upcoming,
Yeah.
or anything. Big name to me is someone who's big to themselves, not to people. You love you. You embrace you. You love you. You're talented. My point is not what is your subscription. It's how do you subscribe to yourself? How much?
So for you, that art of just knowing yourself and putting yourself first,
That is everything.
it's everything. But it's real, by the way. Most of society right now is driven like a flag just because many of the people there don't really know themselves or understand themselves.
And you will find that most people that don't know themselves are the ones who are most famous.
Yeah, so that's something that I've really come to learn from you, having given talks before, that you're very, very individualistic and you really, really believe in yourself, which, like, you can't really have any other great thing if you don't believe in yourself first.
Exactly.
So what does it take to work with Bern? Like, what are the things that you look for? Even there's somebody maybe right now, they've been thinking of this music career or something and they want to approach you, what does it take?
It's a very confusing question because as an artist, I'll work with anyone.
Mm-hmm.
But as a producer, I've worked with very many different people. And I've come to realize that this is a joke actually. I hope you'll laugh. Most people who know what they want, or let me say this, as a producer, some of the people who don't have what I want them to have, which is their skill. I cannot be in the studio with someone who doesn't know how to sing. You'll find most people who actually know how to sing don't have money to pay. Those are some of the challenges.
Yeah.
Some of the people who are actually good,
but they don't have that
money,
yeah.
Or you'll find someone who pays you the best, doesn't know what they're doing.
So, what is the difference between being a producer
And being an artist.
And being an artist and being able to work with all of these people? Because you're in both, deeply, by the way, in both. How do you differentiate from, okay, you're just a joker, I cannot work with you, but you, I will give you studio time? How?
So you look for 4 things as a producer. I look for 4 things. Numbers, talent, vibe, which is who you are, right? I mean, vibe is self-awareness. Because you can have someone who knows what they want, but they don't know where they're going. Someone who knows how to drive, but they don't have a GPS. It has muscles on its legs, but it doesn't know where it's going. So I kind of feel it when I feel like there are like 4 elements that I look for, but there's one that matters more, which I feel like I want to speak more about it. The one that matters more is more on the vibe. This vibe thing is so heavy because vibe and who you actually are and your value, which is not your price tag. Your value, who you are, not what you can do. Who you are. Yeah? That person that you are doesn't have the limitations of what you look like. You can be cute, ugly. You'll find someone who is considered, I don't consider anybody ugly, but you can find someone who's ugly according to the society or whatever. The word ugly exists, so it came from somewhere. Alright?
Yeah.
So you have to mention it at some point. So you can find ugly that doesn't know what that really is good. And you can find cute that ain't good at nothing.
Yeah. That's true.
So you either look at this through insight or through eyesight.
So for you, it's...
I hope that answered the question though.
Yeah, you sort of did. I just wanted to know dynamics of how you accept people and
I accept everybody.
people who you love.
I love everybody.
Working with.
I love everybody until I come to really realize. As an artist, I actually worked with before. There's an artist who actually worked with before.
Yeah.
The challenge with them was I because of I wouldn't lie, I wouldn't mention the names, so I'm free to say that they didn't have much talent. According to me, I wasn't having much fun recording them, but they were coming with a very strong vibe, a very good vibe. They were coming with the sense of appreciation, the sense of understanding, the sense of love for my work. So I can't let down something like that, because someone who appreciates you, I'll always appreciate you in some kind of way. But then I wouldn't want to also tell you that you can't sing.
Yeah.
And maybe your mom, your grandma, everybody told you. But then, that's one thing. There's another person I've met who's actually very good at singing. I can mention a couple when it comes to that side.
You can?
Yeah. People like Christoph.
Yeah.
Christoph is good. Christoph is a singer, he's a rapper. I've worked with him in a couple of songs. And he knows what he's doing. And I only know that you know what you're doing when you are good enough to ask a question based on your own adjustment.
How you can make yourself better.
Yeah. I appreciate that. I appreciate bettering people. So I don't feel like it's more about perfection and excellence in what people will not understand if you don't explain.
Yeah. I feel like you've done so much, put out so many good songs, so much good music. You've worked
I really
with
appreciate that.
Yeah, Size 8, Nameless.
Especially coming from you. I'm a fan too.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So just having all that music out there that influences people differently, how does that resonate with you? Like, do you feel like music gives you some type of freedom, even though it was from somebody else to the world or something?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
Because there's someone who asked me one day, some of the good songs that you've done, Bern, and some of the songs that I've done good. When I go to description, I read that Bern recorded it, Bern produced by Bern, and written by Bern. So someone asked me, you wrote this song and you produced this song. What was the artist doing? And I'm like, I really value influence. Sometimes I appreciate other people's numbers because for me it wasn't about which messenger sends the message. For me it's about the weight of the message. As long as it gets to the people that I wanted it to get to, it doesn't matter who actually was sent
to deliver. The message is what
somebody else might have a louder voice than you. Why not partner with them and the message will be spoken?
Yeah. So, do you get some type of freedom from music?
Freedom from music. That's my life. All the freedom. When I'm alone or when I'm with an artist.
That's good.
I can lock myself up in the studio at night. Yeah?
Yeah.
And make a beautiful song. And at the end of the day, I'll decide, will I sell this or give it away? Or will I sing it myself?
What makes you decide to either give out a song or sell it and not sing it for yourself? Okay, you've talked about numbers, you've talked about the influence, but do you feel that sometimes maybe this person will...
Connection.
The connection with the person and the song.
It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. So the more people you have who are influential and substantial, then you're in the right place.
Okay.
Connection. So like people like Nameless, I don't regret writing for them or singing for them or producing for them or anything like that. But I feel like there are people I have also found having fun with, just spending time with them. As I enjoy. Like right now we're talking.
Yeah.
Someone else will talk, will relax, and we'll talk about so many other things. And you'll learn more about people the more you spend time with them, not when they give you more knowledge about who they actually are. You learn people by spending time with them. And so for me, as a producer, where I fed into being a producer, where I fed how my satisfaction in being a producer in Kenya is a chemistry between me and people, because it helps me learn different cultures and different personalities and cultures and mindsets and mentalities and how people think. And I come to embrace the fact that that's you and it's worked for you all your life and it's never been me, but it's okay, fine. I don't want to be you, I don't want you to be me, but we can be different but one. So it's fun. There is fun in it. There is fun in producing another artist. There's a lot of fun in producing another artist who, I'm a singer, but they're a rapper. But when I sing, they get lyrics. So we're vibing. Yeah. We're just creating music. So it's not as deep as to, oh yeah, I want to know your grandmama's name. I want to know your mom's name or where you came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more of who are you. Who you are and who you present yourself right now is who we actually are right now, because I would like for somebody to know who I actually am right now.
Yeah.
And so that we can actually now set the record straight.
Okay, guys, I just learned something else about Bern that was really, really interesting. His parents were into music. His mom sang, which is really, really beautiful. And in church, especially, which is a really, really beautiful thing. Could you just touch up a bit about that? The connection that you had with your mom and you now, it's influencing you in such a good way that you went into music, studied sound engineering.
You know, the more you keep mentioning that, I remembered my dad cannot sing.
Yeah, for
nothing.
For nothing.
He knows it. So now, but he's the preacher in the church. But now my dad, and I love you, Dad. Dad, every single time he's done preaching, he always wants to sing.
Oh.
He wants to lead a song or something. But now the funny thing is that the person who was on the sound used to turn his microphone off.
Oh my God. He didn't like real.
Like I said, he's a preacher. He doesn't know how to sing. And so you can have preached a very strong message, and then the moment you start singing, the whole spirit is gone.
He doesn't get like mad. So like, why are you guys turning off my mic?
It's okay. You don't have to be emotional when it comes to saving lives. Lives are being saved. You know. So for me, that's when I came in. That's when me and my mom came in.
So your mom used to like sing?
My mom used to come in. Mom used to come in, hold the microphone, and start singing.
Yeah.
My brother, I have a brother called Zach. The one who's after. I'm the last born of 4 brothers.
You're the last born?
Of 4.
I don't know why. For some reason, I felt like you had like a. Okay, not a firstborn, like second-bornish type of vibe.
I think that kind of thing is the reason there's a difference between growing old and growing up.
True. There's so much difference in those two things, actually. Yeah. Growing up and...
That's just an age. It's just a number.
Yeah.
But growing up is maturity. So I feel like I used to really be there for even my older brothers. They were my brothers. And I love them. I used to be there. I used to sing. Me and my mom used to come. We used to sing hymns. Mom loves hymns. I used to play. I didn't have an instrument at that time before my dad bought me first guitar. And I was 7 years old. Yeah. My dad bought me the first guitar. We used to live in Kilifi, Mombasa. Mnarani Kilifi.
Wow, you're a coast guy.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. So
is that where you were born?
I was born in Nakuru.
Hey, you guys have moved around.
My dad is a pastor, so he used to walk around opening churches. So I had to travel to where he goes is where we go.
Okay,
that was a challenge in my life.
I sort of feel like
actually, most people say that I have childhood friends. I don't, because I can say that within 1 year I could have lived in 3 different places.
It's hard to make childhood friends like that. Yeah.
The only place I went and I settled was when we went to America. We went to America. We stayed in one place for a very long time, and so I was able, because I went to my whole high school. I went to the States, and my middle school was here. I went to different middle schools. I went to very different middle schools. Like I went to Moronyo.
To the US.
No. Here in Kenya, Nakuru, there's a place called Moronyo.
Yeah,
I went to Moriondo.
I mean, having those
Machinda boys.
Oh my
so having different people and stuff like that. Like it's like a confusion of life and stuff.
Yeah.
So you kind of like have to kind of sort yourself out. Yeah, in a way. So I kind of appreciate it because I cannot complain about it. I kind of feel like it sharpened me to be who I actually should be. So I can't really complain about it because maybe my kind of lifestyle didn't need much childhood friends. I just needed to live my life and be able to benefit where I can, because my dad taught me how to benefit people and to be benefited by them, by the wisdom that God gave him, he gave me. So I thank God for it.
Something that I just thought about, you said your dad can't sing, but
yeah, I hope you understand that that's not what it is, because he has his calling.
I have something else that I have to say on top of that. I feel like maybe your message, because pastors have with words, they're so good.
Yeah. And my dad has the best message. Don't get me wrong. When he wants to sing, he might want to sing a song that I understand what he wants to do. He's trying to sing a hymn. Like for example, there's one day that he's trying to sing Damu Ya Yesu, and I get that he's trying to call an altar call.
Yeah.
I get that he's trying to call an altar call for people to come and receive and whatever. Yeah. But then I was like, but you singing, are they gonna come or go? I get what you're trying to do, but I can help you. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the only reason why the microphone had to be turned off. Not because his message is not true. It's true. It's just that he needed the right instrument.
But he was good with words. Maybe that's where you.
He's good with words. Yeah.
That's where the both of best worlds came from.
So there's a music on this side and there's wisdom on the other side.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. It's like just having the.
No, he's the wisest.
Two really strong.
He's one of the wisest men I know because I exist. I believe that.
That's a good thing. That's like complimenting him in a good way.
He's my dad. What more can I say?
True. What inspires you every day to continue, giving out to the world in such a good way? Because I feel like music is one of the best ways or one of the best professions someone could go into, because you end up touching literally even the world with a song that you created.
Here's what I feel. And hear this one. Very good.
Yeah.
Every different person. We're different. Me and you are different. But you're a dead phone. And I'm an alive battery. People share energies so that they can continue to define themselves. So if you are woke around people who are not woke, even the Bible says, iron sharpens iron, so that they can both be sharp. So I feel like this is not a one thing, kind of one-way traffic. I get inspired by a movie. Like there's a song I did, it's called by Sudi Boy and a guy called Tomani, a gospel song we did 2017. Do you know where I get the melody from? 007 movie.
How does it work with that? Do you just get the rights and then you go on?
It's not about the rights. It's about the vibe. Like I know music and I want to do good music, and if I feel something when I'm watching something, I can take that and turn it into a song and nobody will ever know, or if anybody ever finds out, because I can twist it into me.
I get you.
Because I have my own understanding of it. I'm not the producer who did the soundtrack. Yeah. So inspiration comes from many places. Yeah. So you can be inspired just by looking at you right now. We could write a song about this right now. You can play a good song and be like, oh my God. You know what I mean? Like anything that if you already know what you want, I believe you will get it.
True. You also spoke about iron sharpens iron.
Yep.
And all of that. Meaning that also working with people who are capable, as you said, and know themselves.
Capability is not the issue. Capability is sharpened. You don't have to be capable. You just have to be able. You can be called a potential and you'll be safe because you have something that can be sharpened. You don't have something that is ready, but you have something that can be improved. Yeah. So being capable doesn't really matter much. To work with me, it's not about you being capable. It's about you having something, a seed. It doesn't have to be a tree. I can help water it. So before we start talking about fruit or stem, we can talk about the seed first. Does it exist? Because if it doesn't, what are you talking about fruit for? Everybody got to have something in them.
Good, true. Something that will work in the future or something.
Anything that you do when you have a seed in you, the moment you know who you are, more than who you are known to be. Yeah, who you are is what they want, not what they want is who you are.
Okay. Another question about you mentioned how you started out and being able to, the importance of being able to have the right people by your side and to, prepare so that if an opportunity comes, you'll be prepared, you know. It's not that you're just standing by. So I want us to talk a bit about why do you feel that you just maybe weren't in the best space or around the best people, or how has that influenced your career, that maybe at some point it would have been something different, or you would have been able, let's say, to do different things if you were around the right people?
That's a very good question, because I feel like I would have done more if I knew more. But then I've come to realize also that I don't also have to just be around people who know themselves. All I need is for me to know myself. So people are not connected to me by their choice. They're connected to me by my choice in what I want.
Yeah.
You get my point? That's why many are called and few are chosen. Everybody is invited to the party, but not everybody is a cook.
True.
Everybody is invited to the wedding, but not everybody is the groom. Not everybody is the one cooking. But because of the chosen ones, the called ones are satisfied. It is them that made the wedding complete. So I feel like there only needs to be one groom. Let me see if I can make you understand.
Okay.
There only needs to be one groom or one bride. A plan. Before you get to the inviting people, you'll have to do mathematics on where to buy plates.
True.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So there has to be someone who knows what they're doing, so that they can accommodate the ones who don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I get you.
But my question to you, what if everybody knew what they were doing?
I mean,
It would be a blast.
it would be, and nobody would need the other.
If the eye never needed the ear to help it see, it just was the eye and knew that my function is to see, and the ear will hear, then Bern can be Bern, and the artist can be the artist. The artist will not come depending on me, because I'm supposed to depend on them at some point too.
Yeah.
We need each other. I don't need you, you don't need me more than I need you. Those are the people that I'll always have in my life, I'll always look for. People who not I just benefit, but people who I can benefit from too, and we can have a good relationship together.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have this question. Again, I'm gonna talk about you working with these different people. I just want to know, or at least I know many people want to know, what was your relationship like with people like Nameless, Isaiah, or
It still is.
Is, yeah.
Yeah, we're brothers. These are my brothers. Everybody out there we work with, we're brothers. Like Mziki, congratulations, my brother. Congratulations, my brother. He's my big brother. So, on your baby girl. Congratulations, newborn. Yeah.
That's how is it working with these people? And you worked with Kaka Sungura like the whole of last year. A lot of his songs.
I like how you call him Kaka Sungura. You're old school.
How do people call him nowadays?
King Kaka.
King Kaka. Oh, by the way,
no, I still the one who had the kichungi hair.
Me bado namkumbuka tu huyo.
But yeah, he's a storyteller. That's the one that you know. He's a storyteller.
Yeah. So also like King Kaka, and you produced a lot of his songs last year. There's a lot of music that he did by you.
Yes.
How was that like? How was working with someone on so many things?
I won't lie, for King Kaka it was fun because he knows himself.
He's been there a while.
Yes, he's been not just a while, but he not just grown old in the music industry, but he's grown up. I can say that it's not a competition. So I'm not looking for someone who is coming to compete with me. It's not a competition. I mean, what you can bring, you bring it. That's you. You were raised with it. That's how you were raised. I mean, that's what your boundaries and your limitations are. I got mine too. So if these two can link and become one, then we got chemistry. Yeah? We got chemistry. We can work on something. And so for him, it was fun because with Kaka, I wasn't just working with Kaka. I was working with Kaka Empire. Kaka Empire is a team of this. We got King Kaka, I got Femi One, I got Jadi. Yeah. So there are people who are in there. So a couple of artists who are signed under Kaka Empire. King Kaka being one of them. In as much as he is the founder, he's not the owner, or maybe he is. I don't know. But all I'm saying is it's a team of a family. It's a team of a family, and I kind of get attracted when I meet people like that who are organized in their own way and they know what they want to do, because I know what I want to do. So I get attracted easy to people like that. And so someone like Nameless, it has been easy, nice working with them. I met Nameless before Nameless, I knew Size 8. DJ Mo is my very good friend. We've been working with DJ Mo for a very long time. DJ Mo has always been there.
Did you know Size 8 pre their getting baptized and all, like her?
Yes, she's a minister now. She has a church.
Yeah.
I heard that too, but I will not lie. I have not spoken to her ever since then. The last thing I think we did together with Size 8 was Power by Size 8 and Wahoo.
Yeah.
Power Terminator. Yeah. That's like the last song we ever did together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. After that song, we all everybody kind of went away, and then I realized that my job was not to look for them to come and do the next song. I realized that my dad once told me, sometimes, Ban, you plant seeds without knowing, and you can even plant seeds through music. So when you put food in a baby's mouth, you gotta give it time to be chewn, because the teeth are not yours. The teeth are not yours. The digestive system is not yours. So there is a place where the patience of waiting exceeds me, and it has to take the speed of that person. It has to take the pace of that person and how quick they go. And guess what? There's some of the people that I've worked with that I consider my best friends, like people like Wahoo.
Okay, that's good.
Even without music, we'll still talk about the baby. So that's my sister. Nameless is my brother. Wahoo, all those people that I've worked with, I consider them my family. I do. I like to work with it like family. I don't care what they say about me. Because I'm not into so much insecurities and stuff. I'm not into hurts and pain and all that stuff. I'm into good vibes. I'm into a good life, peaceful, the peace. The joy. Just enjoy. Just enjoy. It doesn't take much for that.
Good energies.
Just good energies. Exactly. Good energies. So I enjoy meeting new people until they let themselves down. They let me down. It wasn't me. I didn't know you before the next minute. When you drop you dropped me before you knew it.
There's only so much you can do in such cases.
There you go. Okay. That's it. So the principles remain the same. Whether you're producing music, whether you're singing the music, whether you're writing for people the music, it's not about you writing. It's not about that. It's about the kind of people you're connected with. And how do those people connect with you?
Yeah.
And as long as there is that, I think that's a full puzzle.
I get you. I totally get you. Something else that I would want to know is are there what are the okay, it's a bit different for you, but I'm not really sure because you came from the US and then you came here, but you said you had already started up with music before that, before coming here. Do you feel that there's different challenges in the US and here, or the things that you face, challenges that you face. Could you like maybe take us through a bit of that in the music industry as a singer, as a songwriter, as a producer?
You know the basis.
In the basis of either coming to clients, people looking for you, getting insight, and maybe being recognized before as a producer or something. Really famous people from before, like even Kanye West, were questioned when they wanted to be a musician, and then, or for them it started first as producing, and then they wanted to sing, and people really didn't give him that chance. Did you have things like that happen for you before?
Yeah, I did.
Tell us a bit about it.
I did. Yeah, I did. I did. Because, like I said again, being the right person in the wrong place. Because there's so many things that you can say, and there is also very little things that you can speak. Because you can speak the right information into the wrong ear, and there will be chaos for you too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah? So there is the part of wisdom that tells you to shut up. Yeah? And until the right time. Not shut up forever. Until maybe who you need to wake up wakes up, or who you need to be, you know? So for me, challenges have not necessarily been so deep. I wouldn't say so deep, because I feel like every challenge that I face has a solution to it. It's just that I met people who didn't have the solutions. Yeah? But they had the problems. And sometimes problems to be solved need resources and things like that. And so to avoid people getting to depression mode, and I needed food and I didn't have it. Why if I know I'm crippled, why not connect myself with someone who has legs, who can go to the shop and get me food, because I got the money but I'm crippled.
Yeah.
Why, instead of me struggling to go to that shop without legs, why not become a friend? Why not use my brain to give me legs? But then it has to take somebody else.
Yeah.
It's just the only connection we have here is just my friendship with them that will make their legs serve me.
Do you actually believe in that in this world sometimes you just need to take what you want, or sometimes you just need to...
That's the drive.
Yeah.
That's your drive. What you want and the anger you have is your drive. When I say I want it, you're not going to tell me twice. Go to the toilet. I'm the one that need it. So I'll find it. If I have to pay 10 shillings to pee somewhere.
Yeah. By the way, it's as little as that.
It is. Don't overthink it.
Yeah.
You don't overthink it.
It's been a while since I came, It's been a while since I came through the store.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how you have to think about it.
I don't know why this is funny. I think it's because there's a story that has ever happened.
On your side?
Yeah, it was like wild, but yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, I actually understand.
So you're the needy one.
I'm a bit needy sometimes, but not very. But okay, I understand by the way you're coming from and all of that. Did you feel like there's a lot of difference being in the United States, coming here, trying to get your shit going?
I feel like the difference was me.
For sure.
It wasn't the place that I was.
There had to be difference for me.
So I felt like, because I'm the difference, I can make the difference where I go. And I feel like I really like the Word of God. I really read the Bible. And being raised in the Word. There's a place where the Lord's Prayer, Christ prayed, and he was like, let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So he said, don't make me go there. Let your will be done on earth. So that means in heaven, there are things that are not there.
Yeah.
That are not your will. You know? So you can bring a little heaven down here. Instead of me going there, I can have fun here. I can have a heaven here. You know? That's the kind of mentality I think. I think about life like that. So with that kind of mentality, whether I'm in America, whether I'm in, me being in America just gives me experience with different people.
Yeah.
I'm still me. That's the good thing. That's the good news. That's the only news that anybody should ever give up. That I love me and I am me. It is me who pays the ticket to get on that plane. It is me who will come back to Kenya and become me. Yeah? So everybody is needed. And as much as even when you think, yeah, even when you think that you're doing the Emirates a favor by paying ticket to them, they need you to pay the ticket so that they can fill their flights.
Yeah.
So in as much as they have them, you have you. You travel by choice. Whether you go to America, whether you go to here, you will meet different people. When I was in America, I didn't know much about me. I came to realize later on, all I needed to do is to know me. Not to know where I am. Because if I know me, no matter where I am, I will be me. Yeah?
Yeah.
No matter where I am, I will be me. And that's who I am. And I feel like I'm not prejudiced, or I'm a Kenyan patriot, and I feel like a lot of people should know this truth. A lot of people should know that they need themselves more than they need others, because they don't know that other people need them too. But nobody will ever need you if you don't have you, because you will never help them.
That translates, by the way, so much. And
so in music, now I use all of that,
yeah,
and I reflect it through music. I don't need music to be me. I am myself, but my skill is music. So I'll use music to explain me and to hopefully be able to inspire others to know themselves. My point is, don't have just talent.
Yeah.
Embrace yourself. Know yourself, so that when the talent comes, you're not chasing it, it's just chasing you. You're not looking for money. Money looks for you.
True.
Because you know yourself.
That's true. What would you like to change in the music industry? Let's say not like exactly change, but what are the things that you would want to happen differently? What are the things that, if you were in a position, you would like to?
I have an answer for you. But my answer has a before.
Okay.
That happens, there is something else that has to happen, that it takes people to have that thing that we're talking about knowing yourself. Because I have been in a situation before. Well, I knew a lot about music, but I teach music. I play the piano, I play the guitar, and I sing, excuse me.
Excuse.
And I love music, for sure I do. I enjoy working with people like, there's a song I did with someone like, it's by Nameless and Wahoo. They sing together. It's called Back It Up, Baby, Baby, Back It Up. Yeah, it's called Back It Up.
Yeah.
So while we were writing, I wrote the song. I wrote the whole song, and those are my family members. So on that specific song, we were in a studio with someone called, what's this guy's name? Motif de Don.
Okay.
Motif de Don. And then I came to realize every single person is different in their own way. So I'm now cautious. I'm now really cautious on who I deal with. Yeah? Because I've already established that I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm not sure if I know what the next person is doing until I connect with them. Yeah?
Yeah.
Through communication. Yeah? So the more we live, that's what I call chemistry. Chemistry is the connection, how we link and how we talk. So I feel like, whether in America, you see, I don't like it when an artist comes to me today in Kenya and tells me, Bern, Miranda International. International is you. It's not a place. You can be international from where you are. All you have to do is just be excellence is who you are. When you think like that, I know you're asleep. And as much as you can sing so well, I still know that you're asleep because I still think the ghetto is not a person. It's not a place, it's a person. Think about it like that. Think about it like that. Yeah. Because if you bring 20,000 Muzungus in Kibera, they will make their own community look like America.
For sure.
If you take there, they'll dirtify it. So it's not, Kibera is not the ghetto, it's the person who made Kibera, who was ghettoish.
That's so true. The mindset, by the way.
The mindset is everything.
Because you could go there and also try and make a difference.
Exactly.
If it's in you.
That is now my relation with Kenya. To make a difference according to who I actually am, because I cannot change that. But now, it is the challenge to find people who know what they're doing. I know what I'm doing.
Well, I actually now get what you're saying, and that can be a real challenge, by the way, especially if you know exactly what you're looking for and what you are. Sometimes getting these people can be hard. Do you ever feel like, okay, I'm tired of waiting here for this good music to find me? Do you ever go and source out, like find people?
No, because I still have fun with myself. I still enjoy my time. I haven't let that go. I haven't come to the point of lack. Lacking peace, lacking joy, lacking happiness. It's not even about money. Just being satisfied. Yeah, I'm still there. So I'm happy. But I have met a couple of people who are actually good. And I've been able to create a good team of people who are ambitious about what they want to do. When it comes to, I have met someone who's actually passionate and very ambitious in what they want to do, but they're not skilled. But the reason I'm still want to work with them is because they asked me, let's sharpen this skill so that we can be a complete team. So I said to myself, I was like, because of your heart, not because of your words, because of your heart, I'll keep you so close.
Sometimes it's just the drive.
It is about the drive.
Yeah.
Because you can be busy and not productive.
True.
Yeah,
that's so true. When, let's say, an individual wants to come and work with you and they have a really good sound, would it matter if they paid? Or sometimes would you like...
Who doesn't want money?
What if the art is really, really good and you're like, I need to get on this, I need to get on this? Does it ever happen?
It happened once. I worked with Nameless on a song called Pa with Darasa. And I kind of felt like he begged them too much, but he's also my brother in a way, so I was in a mediator kind of situation. So I was kind of trying to connect two people who once calls one's dad and the other one calls it. I'm like, names, numbers. And so I was in the middle of two people that I consider big.
Yeah.
And who also acknowledged me. So I had to make a choice. And I had to be like, let's do it like it is.
What was the struggle?
The struggle was them two struggling and me being the mediator because of their numbers and names and all that stuff, because we're looking for a good song, we're looking for a collabo, and Nameless has chosen Darasa and Bern has to make it happen.
So tell us, like, when people want to like collab with let's say other artists, maybe out of the country, different countries and all of that, what makes it happen? Like, do they like end up like, oh no, I have to get this, or does it just happen that these two are good artists and that's all that matters?
I believe good business starts with first relationship, not money. It's just a good relationship. Yeah. Once you have good relationship and chemistry with someone, you can do a whole lot more. Yeah. And that's the reason why someone might start feeling like I have security. I feel like I'm safe around this person because I trust them, they trust me, and I feel like there's this more of a long-term kind of business kind of going on than the short term. So I feel like for me now my job was to make sure that there was a connection between them. So I had to speak to this other side and be like, you know what, you once told me that you were a fan of him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I had to connect them. You once told me that you were his fan. So now I have a chance to put you in the song with them. On the other side, bro, you knew that this guy is great, but you still probably think that he should call you uncle. So when he doesn't call you that, you sort of feel like you are kind of downed and you're not going to deliver according to me now in the studio. Yeah, because you have your ego that has to be fed and everybody is like that. That's part of life. It's allowed. Even it's allowed. It's good. Yeah. So when I understand this side and I understand that side, now I just have to be me. It's just easy to work with people. It's just that pride comes in the way of so many people and so many people. But when pride comes in the way, then good music will not be made.
Never.
No.
True.
It'll never be made. So it's kind of like forget about yourself and think about others kind of thing. So when someone is selfless more than they are generous, it feeds me. Being generous, you should leave something for yourself. Being selfless is sharing everything you have. Being generous, you could just give someone part of something, and you don't even have to know their name to be generous to them. You can give anybody anything, but being selfless, it has to be somebody you know.
Sure, I get that. It actually even just feeds off of people can't really just share talents and all of that and come together.
Exactly.
There has to be like a mediator. There has to be something else happening.
Jesus was a mediator.
I didn't even actually think about what happens by there when people want to like collab and all of that, and they're really good artists.
One of the wrong questions people ask is how much is it to collab with you?
But
That's
even what was it? Was it there's someone who wanted to do a collabo and they reached out for Wizkid and they were like, oh, Wizkid is too expensive, and they went for Burna Boy.
You know why? Because they're thinking about price tag instead of value. They're thinking about the price instead of a value. They don't know their own value, so they're not even supposed to know the next person's value. But they can put a price tag on you and be like, okay, how much do I have to pay you? Then that means after I've already paid you that money and I can work with you, then that means it doesn't have to be called for another relationship after us. But we can be friends forever.
Yeah.
We can be buddies. And we can work for a couple more songs.
That type of dynamic, do you feel that there's a way that it can change?
Yep.
Maybe put the singers in a place to be able to, I don't know. I feel like the problem sometimes is the management, because these two artists really can't even like talk to each other and make these decisions for themselves, can they?
Some don't.
Some don't. It's
Some
all.
It's a confusion for me too. I won't lie.
Yeah.
It's not easy for me to understand people who are so skilled and yet doesn't know themselves. Or they don't know themselves. And the person that you need the most is the one that you can't do much with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're still working on that. We're still working on that because I think it's mostly about awakening first. So before I work with anyone, I try to make sure that they know what I'm about. Before we even talk about anything, let's just know that we actually have it in collective what we are going to talk about. Like if it's music, if it's that. So I mean, when you know who that person is and they know who you are, I feel like the conversations go well. So I feel like in music is the same kind of connection. I don't connect with so many people, and so I kind of find myself dismissing. So I won't myself. I normally rely on managements. To like handle people that I can't handle, and then I kind of
keep
get myself out of that. So
stuff.
not even professional, but keep myself safe. Me, I have to be me, so that the next deal can beat me. I have to remain healthy. I have to remain me. I have to remain not contaminated, not corrupted. I have to fight for that. That's my job, to make sure that I fight for the good music. So then when someone comes and says, you know, nilikuwa sana ngana ban, ama tunapendana na ban, ama nini whatever, lakini bado amefanya hit song ingine. Because there's something, a secret he knew about himself, and there's something that he's doing with himself, and there's something that he's intentional about. So question is, do I get with it, or wait for him to get with me? I don't want to go back. I want to keep moving forward.
Yeah.
So anybody that's behind me, I won't lie, I would love my wife. Yeah? But Lord has a wife who was turned to a pillow of salt. And those were rules and instructions. So you keep moving forward. So the challenge that you're asking me right now is, how hard is it to leave behind what you love?
It's hard, but you have to do it.
It is hard, but you have to do it. You got to keep moving. Not from the perspective of save yourself, but from the perspective of do the right thing. Do what you're supposed to do.
Okay.
Not just you, but so many people will be saved because of your decision.
The music industry seems like it's
a fun field.
It's a fun field, but you also need to be very alert, very, I wouldn't say aggressive, but vigilant. You need to be vigilant and like just go for what you want.
You have to be sure.
Yeah.
You cannot be the cook who is cooking for an elegant person, and yet you're still a student.
True.
Yeah.
How, let's say in like the next 5 years, what would you want to change yourself? Because you're more of like myself type of person, you know. What would you like to change from you, or even if you're not able to do it, what are the things that you would want to
5 years from now
seem different in the music industry?
5 years from now, here's what I'll do. 5 years from now, my desire is to first have a team, a big team, a good team, a loyal team, and a royal team, a kingship. People who are woke. Only the woke ones are called royal. Yeah? People who know what they want to do with their lives. Yeah? So in 5 years from now, once I have a good team, because even, let's say, Muhammad or whatever, if it's like Christ first found disciples before he started his ministry. Yeah. So when I have those team, sometimes it takes time, because you are speaking to people who are not about you. Yeah.
You need to make people about you.
Exactly. And they have something that you're interested in. Yeah. So you kind of like the making the team is what takes the time, a lot of time, because the moment you have a good team put together, everything else the team does it. That's the reason why there's eye, nose, mouth, ear. It takes time to build that until one day you can call it a face. That's the team.
Okay.
So with that, there's a government, and I feel like 5 years from now, you say 5 years, you ask me 10 years, I'll tell you where I'll be in a place. I have a target of like 22 years from now, and 22 years from now, I pray to God, and by the grace of God, I will be a billionaire, not a millionaire, because I have a plan. But I come to realize my money will not come from what I know. My money will come from who I'm connected with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So building the team is what takes time. But once you have a team that you trust each other, you can start earning by tomorrow.
That's something really important that you said. That having the right, like, what you know cannot get you money.
Who you know.
It's who you know.
You're connected with.
Who you're connected with.
Because they may have something you don't have, and you have something they don't have, and y'all need each other so that everything can be complete.
Yeah.
So it's you knowing yourself and knowing what you don't have. When I study what I don't have, I will look for people who have what I don't have. I will not go to school to pay for those lessons, because maybe there's someone who is naturally born in it.
Yeah.
I want them in my team. And then we can make a big team and become an empire.
They say having the right team could.
That's it.
Yeah.
I believe in that fully. Yeah.
You could accomplish almost anything if you just have the right people by your side.
If you have the best people and the right people, you can accomplish everything that you ever wanted.
Yeah. What was your last works? What did you last work on? The latest piece.
The last song I've done was Happy by Femi One.
Yeah.
And Maliza na Pombe by Kikaka. Leo na Maliza na Pombe.
Yeah.
And then we did that with Iyani. We did that 2 times. We did that with Kikaka, and then we did that with like a collabo. Remix. So it was released twice. And then at the same time we did Maliza na Pombe. I did Happy. Recipe Happy. Big up to Biddy. Biddy is one of the guys. Kamba boy. Very good guy. He's very good. Big up. Yeah. Good music.
That's
good
music. Really amazing.
Not to big up to King Kaka and Femi. Of course, y'all know. But all I'm just saying, yeah. Just highlights.
That's really good music. Do you have something that you are working on currently? Yep. Of course. But I
have so many things that I'm working on. I'm working on an EP right now. I've been working on an EP for like almost the last almost to a year. Like a year. I've really sat on it for a very long time because the message that I want to give to the world has to be as strong and conk. And so I don't want to be contaminated by a small mind.
Yeah.
So I have met many of those. And so I want to make sure I preserve it until it comes out, and I can probably give a clue on when it's going to come out. It features a couple of people. It features Nameless. Nice. It features Nash. It features Femi One, of course, you know, Adonai, and a couple more songs about to come out. It features a couple more great people outside Kenya.
It sounds fantastic.
It's going to be awesome.
Already the list is...
I love it. And a friend of mine who is abroad, who I hope that's going to probably be a shock. But then
that's
I'm
exciting.
just hoping for the best.
I know people are just like, who is it? But yeah.
So, but then I don't want to give clues. I just want to I just want the people to appreciate it from their ground up. And so they say important people don't talk about what they do.
Yeah, you just see it.
You just do it, you see it.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate you too.
It's been really good session, by the way. I feel like we've gotten to learn a lot of deep things about you, not just who is that? He's a musician, he's a producer.
I appreciate it.
I've gotten to learn a lot about you as a person, things that you stand for, things that you don't, things that you believe in, and you're really stern, and it's a good thing because it's either you're with it or not, you know, and people are able to approach you in that sense, having that in their minds, and that's a really good thing. I just want to tell you that I really appreciate your music, and I want you to keep doing what you do, you know, putting all this lovely music out there, and I really hope that your dreams and whatever you said in those 5 years, you will accomplish it. Yeah.
I appreciate
it.
All I can say is work hard, actually.
You need to work extra hard.
Yeah. I'll do my best.
But you've clearly stated that you have a plan, and that's sometimes half of it, just being able to see the future and writing it all down and believing in yourself. That's half of it. So yeah.
I feel like once there is that self-knowledge and who you actually are, the sky is not a limit. They say it's a limit. I don't believe in the sky being a limit. I feel like there's nothing you cannot do. If at all there's someone somewhere who can actually speak to you and say that what is impossible to you, to someone else is nothing impossible. So you're like, oh, okay. So my mind is my limit. So there's so many things that I can do. Yeah. So many things that I can do. My goal in the next 15 years from now is that people understand their own power, and then they learn to bring their own power in the teams. And you have so many different powers making one empire. The only thing that lacks in this music industry is unity.
True.
Chemistry. With that, You'll meet a lot of individuals who are good by themselves. They are not teams. They're not corporates. They're just individuals. When you go outside, being in Kenya, huh? You can be good alone. I'm telling you something. One person is equivalent to 10 Rugas. You know that guy who sings with the red hair?
Yeah.
He has a team. A big team. And it's that team is the reason he's big. Because he never worked alone. Yet in Kenya, someone can be big alone. So one Kenyan is equivalent to 10 Malays. Then where is the mistake? Why is that Kenyan not being heard outside? They're looking to go where they are.
Yeah. We need to make better teams, by the way. Learn how to work together. Yeah.
Working with someone else doesn't mean that you're not good. You're good. You appreciate yourself. You don't have to be appreciated.
And something else that I feel, at least Kenyan artists maybe sometimes don't understand, that it's okay to have help. It's okay to have like a team. It's okay
to ask for help.
It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to pay someone to do this for you. It's okay to pay someone to market for you. It's like you're good.
I asked Nameless when he asked me to write him a song.
I
asked him, "You're good." He was like, "I know I'm good, but I want you in my team." And then I started understanding that he understands, and I was like, "Okay, then fine, we're a good team together."
Yeah.
And so it's appreciative. It helps. It's a job opportunity. It's a whatever. It's whatever it is. At the end of all that matters is that there's a connection between the two people working together now. That's all that matters. Whether money is involved, whether money is not involved, the chemistry is what calls it all.
There's something that you're not actually taught in school, is that most of the deals are made on the golf courses or, in restaurants and something. Just the signature is the official thing that is made in the office. And if many people knew this, and it all starts with knowing yourself so that you can be able to bring good people in your team.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
There would be like so much difference.
Once people get that, it's not even about me knowing it, or you knowing it, or anybody knowing it. Just as long as they know it and they appreciate of it, I feel good when someone does something nice for themselves. So
yeah.
It's not because of doing it because of me or anything. Just do it for yourself and be alright. I mean, maybe or maybe not, I will benefit from it later. Or if not, hey, good for you.
Yeah.
You went well, I went well. I'm gonna go well whether you don't go or go well. So, and are you gonna go well whether I go or I don't go well? I mean, when there's that kind of maturity in the element, in the atmosphere,
yeah,
I feel like that world will be complete. Yeah, it's good.
Sure.
So.
Do you have anything that you would like to say? You've been through a lot, you've come from far, you are great at what you do, and there's a lot of advice that you can give, but because we cannot write an entire book right now, do you have things that you can just tell to this young person who's trying to come up, somebody who's writing music and does not know the next step of where to go? Just something small to, just make everybody feel that, like you said, we can have teams, we can work together, we can make things work, you don't have to be alone.
Yeah, you don't have to be alone.
Yeah, just all of that, and how they can inspire themselves, basically, because that's what you are for. How can you just start up and do what you want to do?
I believe that if you are good at one thing, if you are good at anything it is that you're good at, it's you who's good at it, not everybody. Everybody else is supposed to watch you and be entertained. So the moment you say, I believe, I'm a singer, not all of us can sing. Only you can.
Mm-hmm.
So if this is a wedding, yeah? How many people are being taught to be the groom?
Only that one.
And it's because of that one why everybody came.
Yeah.
Because he knew he's the groom. You're not the groom who acts like a maiden or like the cook. It's your own wedding. You're the groom who walks elegantly in your suit and down the aisle. So I feel, if someone has a vision, find ways to execute it without requiring a lot of help from outside or people who are not you. Use everything that you have within your power, within you, to do what you need to do. That's the only statement that is allowed now. And that statement doesn't require you to be old or you to be young. Because people like Michael Jackson became stars when they were 7 years old.
Yeah.
So it's not about growing old. It's about growing up. It's about understanding. It's the best thing. That's the simplest thing you can ever tell anybody. So that they can be the best though.
That's a really, really good message. Guys, you've heard from the GOAT, you've heard from the best. Sometimes you can only hear and everything else is up to you, you know. You need to trust in yourself. You need to be able to say, you know, this is my dream and I have to go hard at it. There's nobody else who's going to go hard for your dream. It's only you. And that's something that I've learned from Bern, is that he's very much his own person and he believes in what he says. And, you know, he's had a lot of really, really good roots and where he's come from and all of that. And we appreciate him and that he's here. And thank you so much for coming to our club. I've really, really, I feel like...
I love our club.
Yeah, I feel like this interview has been really, really informative, especially just getting to know about you and what's going on now and everything, what's in the works, what's to come.
Not even about me, how we can benefit the world also.
If you're a youth and you know everything, you're coming up, you're into music, any type of art, whatever we've talked about today, and just the basic ways to go about life, being able to ask for help, doesn't mean you're weak. All of these things, we've learned a lot from Bern, his experiences. Sometimes it's not even what the person has done, but what they have gone through and what they can teach you with that. And I felt really, really inspired and acknowledged a lot, by the way. And I just appreciate Bern for being here and for being at Art Club. And guys, I hope you've listened. I hope you've learned. Continue checking him out. He has so much great work coming up. Yeah, and still he's done so much. So please, you know, just let's enjoy his music and give him his flowers when he's still here. Yeah,
I really appreciate it. Everybody doesn't know really, it's Bern Mziki. Bern Mziki everywhere. It's BERNMZIKI. So it's Bern Mziki on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere. Where else?
Yeah, I do have Snapchat.
Yeah,
TikTok. Do you have TikTok?
Yeah, but I don't. I got two left legs.
No, they say we were laughing at TikTok, but they say like it's the it thing to be right now. If you have any social media,
yeah, that's the it. Actually, Nameless is on the side. Like, Nameless, I'm 10 years older than you. And that's what Monsky tells me. And then he's like, I'm 10 years old. His Nameless is 10 years older than me. Oh. But then he's like, I'm TikToking all the time with my kids. I'm like, dude, just TikTok. I'm like, let's come and do it together. I'm like, nah. And then Nameless be all there like, and then I'm like, oh god.
I feel like TikTok is just like there's people who are just meant to be on TikTok. Like
it's a personality issue.
Exactly, because sometimes people are like, that's stupid. I really can't get on there. Yeah, but you do not know how much fun other people are having.
Maybe somebody needs to probably see some money or something that TikTok gives, and they just become stupid. They just become a 60-year-old TikToking because they were paid by it. I mean, you know, anybody can do anything. I mean, I feel like TikTok is TikTok. Not even talk at TikTok.